Void judgment. Somerton living.
Bargild and their Vatican handlers. Fake magistrate Judge Hal R. Rand, fake Judge Reed O'Connor have demonstrated that they intend to perjure their oaths of office to the supreme law of the land under the Vatican Code of Law for the District of Columbia, now known as United States Code 28 U.S.C. Section 453, which says every judge or justice or judge of the United States shall take the following oath or affirmation before performing the duties of his office. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will administer justice without respect to persons and do equal right to the poor and the rich, and I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties that come upon me under the Constitution and laws of the United States, so help me God. And they have absolutely no intention of being neutral or unbiased. It's a fundamental right of a party to have a neutral and detached judge preside over judicial proceedings, but prejudge this case from the beginning to bring the District of Columbia outside a maximum of 10 miles square in violation of Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 for their Vatican handlers. Sesta KV Usufruct minor estate, and it failed to matter what I said or did because they intended to sell me into slavery from the beginning in support of their Vatican handlers and their County of Montague private bar guild buddies, because their oath to their private bar guild is also to their god Satan, who is the father of all lies. You have your father the devil, and the lust of your father he will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. He is a liar and the father of it. Fake magistrate Judge Hal R. Ray and fake Judge Reed O'Connor intend to be accomplices in conspiracy with the County of Montague thieves, and their Federal Bureau of Investigation accomplices intend to assault me with their satanic religious ceremony, with their fraud and their lies and their deception and their necromancer and their involuntary servitude, slavery, in support of their private bar guild and their Vatican handlers that love satanic blood sacrifices for their Roman cult god Baal. Fake magistrate Judge Hal R. Ray and fake Judge Reed O'Connor are bought and paid for whores selling their just us for their Vatican handlers. And signed and sealed in red ink under penalties of perjury without your Vatican Corporation, 28 U.S.C. 1746-1. And then that's the usual stuff that I say at the end. I, Glenn Winningham, House of Fern, demandant sui juris natural man living in the republic that I prescribed and read the foregoing facts and in accordance with my best first-hand knowledge, such are true, correct, complete, not misleading, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, before God, angels, and anyone who reads this document as witnesses, pursuant to your rules of evidence. So I'm thinking about adding in something about my affidavit of life, but anyways. I think that the fact that it's filed and I got a certified copy back now, I think that they got a problem. But anyways, so does anybody have any questions?
Oh, why wouldn't you make the? Oh, sorry. Why wouldn't you make the affidavit of life an exhibit?
Sorry.
Why wouldn't you make your affidavit of life an exhibit?
Well, I haven't really attached any exhibits. I've been thinking about incorporating some exhibits into it. But like that, the notice and demand that I sent to the Montague County thieves, yeah, why wouldn't I? That's the question. And then how to do it. That's the question. It's not really why I wouldn't. I'm thinking about doing it, but the question is how do I do it? How do I incorporate it in there without adding a lot of stuff? Just add a reference to it, see attached here too, or something like that, eh?
Yeah, I see that you don't want to. Well, you've already basically outlined it all in the explanations of what you're submitting. It's already there.
Sorry?
I'm roboting, aren't I? But you've already explained yourself, so it's...
Yeah, I went through it in detail about their bills of attainder and their fact that it's a fiction of law, and you know, and so they're assaulting me with their fiction of law, which is a legislative act, and it's a bill of attainder, and it's unconstitutional, and they're deemed to know the law. Actually, I need to add that in. Yeah, I do. Let's see here. Where can I get that from? Ah. The rents. Let's see here. That's where we're gonna add this in.
Capitis or Dias, or I'm not pronouncing that correctly at all, but after that. When they've converted the name into all caps. What do you call that name? Capitis Dias.
Capitis. What?
Well, when they did the conversion of our names into the all caps, you mentioned it was
That's
Capitis
Capitis Diminutio.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Thank you for the clarification.
Diminutio.
I won't say it 10 times fast.
Officers of the court have no immunity when violating a constitutional right because they're deemed to know the law. Yeah, that's a good one to put in there. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. That was a good one to put in there for sure.
Can you read it through?
Well, I inserted that right here, right? This is after the stuff about it's impossible to prove jurisdiction exists absent a substantial nexus with the state, such as a voluntary. They haven't produced a bona fide contract. They've ceased to represent the government. They're deemed to know the law because they're officers of the court and have no immunity. Their bill of attainders are unconstitutional acts and nullity. Their so-called court is a kangaroo court. Everything they did is a fraud and a nullity, and it just goes on. Yeah, and then so I go and go through that, and now I'm gonna really start railing on the bastards, and they want me dead, and yeah, in a seditious conspiracy to overthrow this constitution for their private bar guild and their Vatican handlers. They intend to perjure their oaths to the supreme law of the land. I should probably throw in that they've engaged in treason. Yeah, I think I should. Where am I going?
What about their oath?
What?
Their oath stuff. What about their oath stuff?
Their oaths, what do you mean?
Well, they're obligated by their oath.
I've got that in here already.
Sorry, I missed that. Got it.
Right here. Fake judge, fake magistrate judge Hal R. Ray, and fake judge Reed O'Connor have demonstrated that they intend to perjure their oaths of office to the supreme law of the land under the Vatican Code of Law for the District of Columbia, now known as United States Code 28 U.S.C. 453, and this is their oath of office. And they have absolutely no intention of being neutral or unbiased, but prejudged this case from the beginning to bring District of Columbia outside a maximum of 10 miles square in violation of Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 for their Vatican handlers. Anyways, don't get me going. So that's talking about their oaths.
Yeah, you got it there.
I'll throw something in here. Let's see here. Um, have to adjust this one, see how I can, it needs to be shrunk down a little bit, I think.
You're gonna upload that to your page, correct?
Yeah, I can do that right now, in fact.
Okay, good.
Does anybody have anything that they want to talk about as far as this is concerned?
Alrighty. This We the People News. Bye, y'all.